I love you, darling.
I love you, baby. Be safe.
I love you, Garrison.
He didn't hear you.
Tully, I love you, Tully, so much.
Oh, Tully sure loves Ernie.
Oh, Tully giving Ernie a big kiss. Oh, you've been accepted as part of the pack, Ernie. Oh, that's so good, Mr. Grrr. I do not like being eaten by dogs. This is the gosh darn tallest dandelion I've ever seen in my life. Now, most people would stare at it and be aghast and try to take it down, but man, this thing's almost as tall as Garrison. We also have another picker growing here at the Picker Palace, straight out of this stump. It's as it's meant to be. Well, I'm saying goodbye to the Picker Palace. Ernie and I are going on an adventure. There's a mental health awareness walk several miles in that direction as the Ernie flies. So I got on some shoes. I got a bag with some supplies. I got my best friend from childhood. We're going to hit the open road and see if we can get to this place in one piece. Ernie, what are our chances? Did you bring the GPS, Mr. Grrr? Well, technically, I'm holding the cell phone, Ernie, so if things get desperate, I have the address in my Tom Brady accessory bag here. So yes, I could use GPS if I get lost, but I did take a quick glance at a map, and I'm hoping that my navigation and orienteering skills haven't failed me, Ernie. We're so gonna die, Mr. Grrr. Yes, we are, Ernie. Yes, we are. But not today. I think I'm far enough away from the splash pad where I can make a video safely. You know, the people playing there and romping around are very nondescript, but they're having a good time, Ernie, and they're having some fun. I'm going to turn the camera this way. So as I get closer to the park, I'm not filming anyone in particular except myself and you, good sir. Yeah, you don't want to scare kids, Mr. Grrr. I had that problem kind of when I first started Sesame Street because I am kind of orange and scary looking. Yeah, that's why I wear the hat, Ernie, because I'm bald. And, well, bald people are just kind of creepy. Look at that Lex Luthor guy, man. That guy can't catch a break. The Monopoly guy, he's kind of creepy with his monocle. He doesn't wear a monocle, Mr. Grrr. That's been disproven. The Monopoly guy should have a monocle, Ernie. That's for sure. Now, it's about 4:30 p.m., Ernie, so we got about an hour and a half until that nature walk starts. So I'm kind of going to take a couple of detours on the way. It's a really, really long walk. I wanted to stop here to see if my sign was still up on my castle. And it is. It is. That makes me happy. So we're going to go over there. We got a bunch of kids playing and doing fitness. I feel like I'm in the right place when I see that. So there's a guy about to do some sit-ups on the Roman chair. It's all good, Ernie. It's all good. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good yourself?
Oh my God, so good, so good. I just gotta see what this is all about. Put the grrr in stronger. What the heck? You appreciate the shade when it's hot and sunny, and you appreciate the water when you're thirsty. I got a bottle of water in my bag here, and I'm only like 3 minutes from home, and I'm feeling thirsty. Ernie, you want to jump in there and get some swimming on? I've never seen this water so high. Like, there has been so much rain in Neenah this past month. There is a flood a coming, Ernie. Can you swim? Not a lick, Mr. Grrr. If you threw me in that water, I would sink like a rock. Well, I would think first you would get soggy and then sink like a rock. That's true. Yeah, because I'm a puppet, Mr. Gurr, I don't have much air in me to keep me buoyant. There we go. Ernie, so ironically, Ernie, I have a Ziploc bag in my Tom Brady bag that I'm using to make sure my notebooks and cards and stuff don't get all wet if the water bottle leaks. What I could do is blow up that plastic bag, put it inside you, kind of like an emergency bladder, and then I think you would float. No thanks, Mr. Gurr. That's a little bit crazy. Coming up on an all too familiar scene. Ooh, we got the tobacco outlet. You know, that's kind of like the Legion of Doom for me. Cigarette smoking killed my grandfather. I'm hoping that on my walk around the nature reserve, I find at least one, if not many, discarded cigarette packs that I can put in my Tom Brady bag here with Ernie. That's gross, Mr. Gurr. But anyway, Walgreens might not be the Hall of Justice, but they're trying. They try to help people. I've been doing a lot of good quality things in Walgreens these days, always looking for my man Stefan. Hopefully I'll be in there soon, chatting him up. And oh my gosh, there is my favorite restaurant in the whole world, Dairy Queen. Now, I'm tempted to go in there. I'm not buying anything because I'm on a fasting day today. The only thing that Mr. Gurr is allowed is some water today because there are rules to being Mr. Gurr. There's probably a lot more fear, anger, and 92 degrees. Why is Mr. Gurr wearing a hat? That's just being dumb, Mr. Gurr. There's a lot more fear and anger in America today than there was yesterday. Or maybe that's not true. It's more near the surface today. And man, is Dairy Queen packed. Oh my goodness. There's got to be 40 people in there lined up to get some of the best ice cream in the business. And I have no problem going in there as bold as the hat on my head, as bold as the lime green for mental health awareness itself, and say, hey, is everybody in here doing okay today? Because if they're not, I got time. Let's sit down here near the marigolds. I'll eat a few and listen to what's got you scared, or what's got you anxious, or what's got you worried. It is naive of anybody to think that they are beyond mental health problems. Don't be naive. Take good care of your mental health. Ernie, any comment? No, Mr. Gurr, but you speak the truth. If Bert only would have got counseling. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that. Me and Ernie are going to go through some stuff today. We're going to go through some stuff. We're going to let the healing begin. Right, Ernie? Yeah, Mr. Gurr. Yeah. I really like that sign, Lion's Tail Brewing Company. Every time I walk by it, it makes me smile. I like heraldry. I like symbols that mean things. Kind of like the Stars and Stripes. Or the Statue of Liberty. One of my favorite moments in my courtship with my wife involves the Statue of Liberty here in Neenah, Wisconsin. It's kind of like the small one that Gru stole from Las Vegas in the movie Despicable Me. Gru and I have a lot in common. We're bald, we're both top heavy, we skipped leg day. The only thing that I am really missing to complete the Gru package is the big long nose. Now, there's Ronald Reagan across the street. Hi, Ronald. This is where we're. I think I have enough time to go down there and pay Ben Franklin a visit, and I'm tempted to do that because all time sitting on the bench with Ben and Ernie is always a good time. But I think I'm just going to cross at this crosswalk. I'll be at the library a lot, hopefully this week, with dry erase markers and all kinds of good things. Are we going to have anybody stop for me? Thank you, sir. Have a good day. I brake for pedestrians at crosswalks, and I seem to almost always cause accidents when I do so. Not a really good thing, but anyway, I was talking about Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan survived an assassination attempt when I was young, and I come from a family that votes mostly Republican. My mom, she might be a little upset with me if I tell the world this, but my mom voted for Donald Trump. Ronald, good to see you, my brother. One of Ronald Reagan's best quotes that I use and use often is, "Marines never have to lose a minute of sleep wondering if they've made the world a better place." Ronald, presidents of the United States, for better or worse, make the world a better place by just taking the job. It's not an easy job. Hey, I'm a big fan of ducks. My two favorite animals in the world are goats, respect Tom Brady, and ducks. Those are by far my two favorite animals. And like a mountain goat, I'm going off the trail here. Hopefully I don't break my leg going on this quest. But I saw something over here. I'm taking a shortcut through the rocks. Now there's a fence around everywhere, but this way you can just walk broad daylight. I think there's a tennis ball over here. It's lime green, kind of like my outfit. It's seen some better days. I'm guessing this is a dog toy gone wrong. God knows how long this poor old ball's been sitting here, but I'm taking it. One of the things that we do on the regular at work is hand out what we call stress balls. Like we give foam or rubber or little emoji face balls to the kids, so if they're feeling stressed out in life, they can give that ball a squeeze. It really helps. So I'm going to take this, put it in my pocket, and if anything gets stressful on my journey today, Ernie, I got this stress ball to play with. There across the water is my third favorite hospital in the world, Theta Care. Number one is Winnebago Mental Health Institute. Number two is the Gesundheit Institute, founded by Patch Adams. Now, another awesome quote is, "The tide raises all ships." Now, I have some serious issues at home with water in my basement, man, but this water is so high. How do you think this building's doing? That's making me nervous just looking at it. I wonder if they have like a hydropower basement or something where the water rushes through their basement and keeps the lights on. Now that is ingenuity. That's the type of inventions that I like to make. Things that take what we got and make the world better. Now, I think the Y is closed. I spend a lot of time at the Y these days. When it gets to be winter, I'm even going to be spending more time at the Y. So there's just something about making yourself better that makes the world better. Be it by going for a walk, lifting some weights, or helping somebody that's struggling in life. Raise the tide for everybody. Things kind of happen for a reason. I've never really walked by this building before. Let's take a look at the name of the establishment. Dude, red starburst. Score, Ernie, I'll split it. Oh, it's all melted. Gross. Never mind. Imperial Gallery, established from 2023. Well, it looks like they make belts, sunglasses, slides, and hats, but more importantly, shirts and kids' clothing. You know, Mrgrrr is going to need some merch, that's for sure. And I haven't found a place to do my printing yet, so I might have to stop here later this week. Put a pin in that, Ernie. Garrison might have been in Menasha proper for the first time last week when we went to the art show and exhibit at Studio 6D6. That's where I got the invitation to go on this long walk across the world. So hopefully, I don't think I'm going to pass Studio 66 on this walk. I'm trying to put the two maps over each other in my brain. They're close. I could take a detour, I think, and see Studio 66 on my way. Time is good. It's 5:02, so I got 58 minutes to get to the starting line for this mental health awareness walk. Man, I love seeing that flag. All right, I'll have to think about that. Ernie, what's your vote? Ernie, are you sleeping? Jesus. Oh, Ernie, are you all right? So thirsty. So thirsty. All right, Ernie, this is a big trust fall moment. I know you're thirsty. No, Mrgrrr. Drink, Ernie, drink. Just like me at the splash pad with Gabriel, Ernie. No harm done. That water is gross, Mrgrrr. Shoot. There's some amazingly good food down that street. That's where Parker John's makes their all-you-can-eat ribs and all-you-can-eat chicken wings. And also across the street, Mim's still kicking. When Mim's shut down in Menasha, I think the whole city lined up probably for miles to get one last burger from Mim's. That's how good they were. Good news, somebody bought Mim's, reopened it, and apparently, I haven't been there since the grand reopening, but word on the street, it's still very good. Not quite the same, but pretty good. All right, another thing I wanted to mention before I forget. There's a dog with his head out. Thank you, Grandpa Bob. I was just going to talk about a dog. There was a dog and a skinny guy with tons of tattoos walking his dog. And you could tell that guy was as happy could be. Because you know what? He was with his dog. And in that moment, I had an idea. Probably one of the best ideas that I've had in a long time. And it all is starting to come together. It's all starting to make sense. But I need to hold on to this ball. I need to hold on to this ball and make sure it gets to the right person and the right dog. I see they have a place at the M is for Menasha McDonald's. I've never been in that McDonald's. I might be going into that McDonald's on the way home if I need to use the bathroom. Because, you know, one of the problems about being an old man is prostate issues, right, Ernie? Oh, you're telling me, Mrgrrr. Yeah, Ernie's even older than I am, so I'm preaching to the choir there. We haven't even broached some of the other sensitive subjects about getting old. Ernie, everything good downstairs? Yeah, plumbing's fine, Mrgrrr. Good to hear. Good to hear. But the thing is, I want to go into a McDonald's with a $2 bill, because I always have a $2 bill on me. What can you buy for $2 at McDonald's anymore? I know you can get a Kit Kat at Walgreens. I know you can get a Reese's peanut butter cups at Walgreens for $2. So $2 still buys something worthwhile at Walgreens. I don't know if an ice cream cone's more than $2 at McDonald's. I don't know if the apple pie is more than $2. I don't know if just the cheeseburger might be more than $2 now. But we'll save that for another day. There's going to be a lot of McDonald's footage in the near future, especially if my son Gabriel keeps up the repeat performance of saying the word McDonald's. All right, well, I found a way to make time to stop by the lair of Cosmo and see how Studio 66 is holding up. This is an important place in the history of our family because this is where my son Garrison played his first round of Street Fighter II as Ryu. Heck with that as Ryu. I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, kind of like I always have pronounced Chimera wrong. And I will always always pronounce sandwich as a sandwich. Now, even though I'm obsessed with the word sandwiches, I do not have a right to take my Sharpie out of my Tom Brady bag and turn that N and D and W into two very delicious because you know what? You got to have if you want a sandwich. Now that looks like a sandwich. We've come to a crossroads, and there's Manitowoc. There's no sign anywhere that says the word plank, except right here, Plank Road Pub. So that makes me think that this street right here is Plank. So I think I'm headed in the right direction. Hopefully when I come up past these train tracks and hit another side street, I'll see the word plank. I like walking the plank. If I had a choice between a pirate or a ninja, I would want to be a pirate because you always want what you don't have. Mrgrrr is a ninja. All right, we're on our way, but time is not on our side. We got to get there at 6. It's 5:41, and we got a ways to go yet. So all this stopping and smelling the roses. Me and Ernie, we should have talked less and walked more. I'm hoping I don't have to run. Because like last time I went running with you in my bag, Ernie, you got sick. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that, Mrgrrr. And you threw up on my leg. Memories with friends. Memories with friends. Ernie, here's to making new memories with old friends and new friends. I like friends, Mrgrrr. Well, good news is I made it with about 7 or 8 minutes to spare. My watch is a little bit slow. Now I'm looking for a big formation of rocks. That's apparently where we're all having the rendezvous for our mental health awareness walk. So there's a rock. That's a good looking rock. Is that the rock I seek? I don't know. We're going to find out. I was just talking to my mates about how on my walk I was talking about how great ducks are and how amazing the goats are. Tom Brady forever. There is no doubt that I'm coming back here and going to get some intense footage of goats. What do goats like to eat, guys? What do I need to bring for treats? Carrots? You know what? The word on the street is that if you bring like tin cans and aluminum cans and everything else, the goats will eat it. But I don't think, I'm going to try to have to talk to the people and say, hey, can you feed the goats? Well, I made it. The mission was a success. The turnout, well, there was my main man, Michael, the kindest person I've ever met at Winnebago Mental Health Institute, Mary Beth. There was me, and there was Ernie. So it was a foursome. I feel like a lot's been lifted off my shoulders, which is a wonderful thing. It was kind of like almost, hey, getting a therapy session for free, which is pretty sweet. So I got to say some things that were very important for me to say because I really, really appreciate Mary Beth. I really appreciate my main mate, Michael, and everything that they do trying to bring kindness to the wonderful world of Winnebago Mental Health Institute. It's always going to be my favorite hospital, no matter what. Maybe someday I'll get to work at the Gesundheit Institute with Patch Adams. That day might be coming, but until that time, I'm going to bring kindness 24/7, on the clock, off the clock, every minute of the day. Thanks for the water bottle, Michael. I am clocked in at just going on 29,000 steps. I've been walking for darn near over 4 hours now straight. So, and I still got a long way to go before I get home. The sun's setting. I think I'll make it home just before it starts getting dark. So this whole adventure has just been perfectly timed, and it has been perfect. So I would go to extreme lengths to help someone in need. That is kind of my character. That's kind of who I am. There's a gentleman that I've never met before in my life, but still, he's inspired me to no end. And this video, long, rambling, challenging as it may be, is an homage to him. Got me a lime green souvenir. Now, I made a promise to Michael, my main mate, and Mary Beth, about trying to get the word out on the street about the awesomeness of the idea of a walk for mental health awareness. That is just a good idea. We talked about how today, after the attempted assassination of the former president of the United States, the underlying fear and anxiety, such events do not help that with the American people. There's a lot of stress in the minds and hearts of the American people. There's a lot of fear going on these days. There's a lot of anger, a lot of desire for justice. And there's a big dog behind that fence, but I have the universal cure-all for any dog. All I gotta do is, you want a ball? You want a ball? I got a ball. I got a ball. That dog will be my best friend for life. But this ball is not for this dog. This ball, I'm hoping, is for a dog named Big Baby Stinks. Hey, guys! Hey! You guys got tennis balls? You're a beautiful dog. You guys like balls? You like balls. I know you like balls. How's it going, sir? Yeah, I had a tennis ball, so I brought it on myself. You have a nice day, sir. Beautiful dogs. Those dogs are beautiful. But anyway, like I was saying before, I almost got mauled to death by a pack of dogs, is that this tennis ball is destined for a dog named Big Baby Stinks. Oh, that's an interesting name. That's just kind of like a pseudonym. Like, my real name is not Mrgrrr. There is no Mrgrrr anywhere on my birth certificate. I'm guessing if you take Big Baby Stinks to the pound, Big Baby Stinks is probably not on any of the documents about his distemper and rabies shots and all that stuff. No. But anyway, I'm holding on to the hope that I'm going to get this ugly tennis ball to the dog it belongs to. You hear me, Huggie? I hope you do. I'm going to try to put this video somewhere where you can see it. And you can see that, you know what? There are a lot of gentlemen out there in the world that are just as creative and just as wonderfully unique as you are. This one's for you, my brother.